All right, let's get our first two actors in place, please.
Hannah needs. No way. I'm sorry. There's no place for me to go.
I think we're okay for two. We'll do two.
Okay.
She was chatting tight. All right. Are we recording? Very good. Feel free to push somebody away so you can get a decent shot.
Go right there.
Are you going to push me out of my place?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay, that'd be good.
Somewhere you could get a. Oops, sorry. Can you both hear?
I was like, oh, we're gonna do this.
Is that level? Is that volume okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll do one more. We'll do one more.
Kill the shotgun after.
You got it. Okay, about 1 minute and 10 seconds, everybody.
Okay.
You got it, you hear me?
Want to rehearse one more time? Okay. We're going to take a step out real quick.
You can't take a step out. We're doing it.
No, you're on.
We're on.
Yeah, we got it. It's going to be quiet. Remember, we're going to do his little script. We're going to play a couple of clips. You're not going to be able to hear all of that until you catch it on the replay. But we're going to read through that stuff. And then we'll switch to you guys, you girls, and you're going to set it up just the way I don't know what's going on.
Oh, really cool.
It's about 30 seconds.
And we are at the halfway point of our football game in Kingman tonight with the visiting Wickenburg Wranglers leading the hometown Kingman High School Bulldogs by a score of 28-6. This halftime, we are excited to bring you a special performance, a bit of radio theater for which we are noted if you haven't noticed. Today is the 3rd annual Audio Drama Day, a celebration of classic and modern storytelling, and it's a significant date in the history of radio. On this day, Sunday, October 30th, 1938, 77 years ago on this very night, the Columbia Broadcasting System aired Orson Welles' radio adaptation of the H.G. Wells novel War of the Worlds. At 8 p.m., listeners gathered around their radio sets and tuned in for the Mercury Theater of the Air. Little did they know, they were about to be ear witness to broadcast history.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. From the Meridian Room in the Park Plaza Hotel in New York City, we bring you the music of Raymond Raquello and his orchestra. With a touch of the Spanish, Raymond Raquello leads off with La Comparsita.
Soon, a newscaster interrupted the music to report a very strange celestial phenomenon. Scientists had observed several explosions of incandescent gas occurring at regular intervals on the planet Mars, and he said the spectroscope indicates the gas to be hydrogen and moving towards the Earth with enormous velocity. They returned to music only to interrupt it again. The drama unfolded as the story became clear. Martian ships were invading our planet. As the legend goes, listeners from coast to coast thought they were, in fact, hearing a real, live alien invasion. Some people, having missed the introduction, actually thought they were hearing coverage of Nazi Germany invading the United States.
Our army is wiped out. Artillery, Air Force, everything wiped out. This may be the last broadcast. We'll stay here to the end. People are holding service here below us in the cathedral. Now I look down the harbor, all manner of boats, overloaded with fleeing population pulling out from docks. Streets are all jammed. Noise and crowds like New Year's Eve in city. Wait a minute. The enemy's now in sight above the palisades. Five great machines. First one is crossing the river. I can see it from here, wading the Hudson like a man wading through a brook. A bulletin is handed me. Martian cylinders are falling all over the country. One outside of Buffalo, one in Chicago, St. Louis. Seem to be timed and spaced. Now the first machine reaches the shore. He stands watching, looking over the city. Steel Cowlish head is even with the skyscrapers. He waits for the others. They rise like a line of new towers on the city's west side. Now they're lifting their metal hands. This is the end now. Smoke comes out, black smoke drifting over the city. People in the streets see it now. They're running toward the East River, thousands of them, dropping in like rats. Now the smoke's spreading faster. It's reached Times Square. People are trying to run away from it, but it's no use. They're falling like flies. Now the smoke's crossing 6th Avenue. 5th Avenue. 100 yards away. It's 50 feet.
And by the end of that broadcast, the phones at CBS were ringing as never before. The press, the police, everyone descended on the CBS studios in downtown New York. The next day, the front page of the New York Daily News read, "Fake radio war stares terror, and much more throughout the U.S." Well, in recognition of Audio Drama Day, and in celebration of radio, this amazing theater of the mind, we're excited to present the Kingman High School Drama Club. Director Clare Schroeder has been preparing this troupe for performances of Trifles by Susan Glaspell, the complete works of William Shakespeare, Abridged. You can catch these plays next weekend, November 5th, 6th, and 7th, next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, at the Kingman High School Auditorium, showtime 7 p.m. Here tonight live to perform an expert from Trifles is Hannah Heiden and our very own Denise Wiley. Denise, tell our listeners what they are about to hear.
Oh, well, our play, Trifles, features
Hannah. I play Mrs. Hale.
and I play Mrs. Peters. What's happening is
We are performing a piece from the part of Trifles, and they're investigating the aftermath of a murder. And while the men are upstairs looking at the crime scene,
the women are downstairs finding evidence about how
their sweet old friend Minnie Foster
has become Mrs. Wright. Here's a bird cage. Did she have a bird, Mrs. Hale?
Why, I don't know whether she did or not. There's a man around last year selling canaries cheap, but I don't know if she took one. Maybe she did. She used to sing real pretty herself.
It seems funny to think of a bird here. She must have had one, or why would she have a cage? I wonder what happened to it.
I suppose maybe the cat got it.
No, she didn't have a cat. She's got that funny feeling some people have about cats, being afraid of them. My cat got in her room one time and she was real upset and asked me to take it out.
My sister Bessie was like that. Strange, ain't it?
Mrs. Hale, look at the bird cage. Oh, it's broken and one hinge is pulled apart.
It looks as if someone must have been rough with it.
Why, yes.
I wish if they'd find any evidence, they'd be about it. I don't like this place.
But I'm awful glad you came with me, Mrs. Hale. It would be lonesome for me sitting here alone.
It would, wouldn't it? But I tell you what I do wish, Mrs. Peters. I wish I had come over to see Minnie Foster sometimes. I wish I had.
You mustn't blame yourself, Mrs. Hale. You were awful busy with your house and your children.
I could have come. I stayed away because I weren't cheerful, and that's why I ought to have come. I've never liked this place. Maybe because it's down in a hollow where you don't see the road? I don't know what it is, but it's a lonesome place and always has been. I wish I'd come over to see Minnie Foster once in a while. I can see now.
You mustn't reproach yourself. Somehow, we just don't see how it is with other folks until something comes up.
Not having children makes less work, but it makes a quiet house. And with Wright out to work all day and no company when he did come in? Did you know John Wright, Mrs. Peters?
Not to know him. I've seen him in town. They say he was a good man.
Yes, good. He didn't drink and kept his word as well as most, I guess, and paid his debts. But he was a hard man, Mrs. Peters. Just to pass the time of day with him? Like a raw one that chills to the bone. I should think she would have wanted a bird. But what do you suppose went with it?
I don't know, unless it got sick and died.
You weren't raised around here, were you? You didn't know her?
Not till I brought her in yesterday.
Come to think of it, she's kind of like a bird herself. Real sweet and pretty, but kind of timid and fluttery. How she did change. Tell you what, Mrs. Peters, why don't you take this in with you? It might take up her mind.
Why, I think that's a real nice idea, Mrs. Hale. There couldn't possibly be any objection to it, could there? I wonder if her things are in her sewing basket. And her patches.
I expect this has got some sewing things in it. What a pretty box. Why, it looks like something someone would give to you. Maybe your scissors are in here. Why,
this isn't her scissors.
there's something wrapped up in the silk. Mrs. Peters, it's...
Scene.
Yeah! Well done, ladies.
Hannah Heiden and Denise Wiley performing from the William Shakespeare Abridged complete works of Trifles. And in next in our studio, high above Bulldog Field in beautiful downtown Kingman to perform another excerpt from the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged, here are Daniel Pozenel and Adam Gatliff.
Hello, good evening. I am Adam Gatliff.
And I am Daniel Pozenel.
And tonight we will be doing a short little brief scene from Romeo and Juliet in the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. I will be playing as Juliet.
And I will be playing Romeo.
And we are going to start from when Romeo is love-smitten by this beautiful creature.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Did my heart love till now, forswear its sight? For I never saw true beauty till this night. If I profane with my unworthiest hand this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Hey, good pilgrim. Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which manly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have not saint lips and holy palmers too?
Aye, pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Oh, then, dear saint, let lips do what hands do.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
Then move not while my prayer's effect I take.
Then sin from my lips that they have took.
Sin from my lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
I don't want to kiss you, man.
It's in the script. Oh!
You kissed by the book. Oh, coming, mother.
Oh, is she a Capulet? I so I fear, the more is my unrest. What are you doing?
It's the balcony scene.
Oh. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks?
Oh, Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name? Or if thou wilt be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet. What's in a name anyway? That which we call a nose by any other name would still smell. Oh, Romeo, Romeo, doff thy name which is no part of thee, and take out myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth I shall never be Romeo.
Hold on. What did you say?
Call me but love, and I shall be new baptized. Henceforth.
You want me to call you butt love?
I shall be new baptized. Henceforth.
Your butt love.
Henceforth, I shall never be Romeo.
But love. You're insane. Thank you.
Daniel Pozenel and Adam Gatliff, and an excerpt from the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged. Great job, ladies and gentlemen. Just a word with Claire here. Claire, you're again, give us the times and places for your performances this year.
Yes, thank you very much. We will be performing the productions of Trifles and the complete works of William Shakespeare Abridged at the Hilda Aguilar Theater at 7 p.m. on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of this coming week. Only each night will we be able to hold about 200 audience members because we are doing it in a theater of the round style, so all of the actors and the audience members will be on stage at the exact same time.
All right, thank you very much, Clare Schroeder and Daniel Pozenel, Adam Gatliff, Hannah Heiden, and Denise Wiley. Thank you for your service to the school, to the community, and for a great performance tonight.
Thank you
Ladies
very
and gentlemen,
much.
give yourselves a hand. Great job. We are so glad that you came up and joined us and performed for us this halftime. This was a little bit of wrangling, and we were running around and arranging it, and like last-minute emails and phone calls, and it all worked out, and you guys nailed it, and we thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. We'll be back in Kingman in just a moment.
Go Bulldogs.